Bless up, bless up, bless up. How are you guys? We're back. Bless up. We have Yeza joining us tonight for an exclusive interview. Everything is Irie, guys. Like I said before, this show is dedicated to my aunt, my Aunty Dammie, who passed, who transitioned last week. You know, I'm sending her a lot of my love and my energy and honoring her tonight as she transitions through the ether. Greetings, Kirk. All right, the lady of the hour is here, Yeza. I'm going to send her an invite. So this show is dedicated to our ancestors. Greetings.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. Wagwan.
Wagwan, blessed love. For those who are joining us again, some people just popped in again. We had a little daylight savings time on my part. I should have tried to, you know, figure that out better. But we went forward an hour this weekend.
Daylight saving thing confusing, you know. So I was here thinking that I was right on time, but
yeah, we're right on time, Yeza, right?
Yeah.
We're right on time, trust me. I believe in the universal time still, you know?
True.
So on that vibe, everything is Irie. I was just playing your song, Everything is Irie, and I played a bunch of your music in the meantime, in between time, for our listeners on therootsreggaehub.com. A lot of people are joining us around the world tonight that are tuned in on the radio, as well as our Instagram family here joining in. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. So I was talking to the Radio Reggae family and letting them know a little bit about you and about the music that I curated for tonight's show. I don't play all the music out on Instagram because Instagram usually takes the interviews down if I do that.
Yeah, copywriting.
Right. It doesn't matter. I can put as many, you know, disclaimers as I want in front of the interviews, but we had not too many, maybe 2 or 3 interviews pulled down in the since last year. So I don't want that to happen to your interview, although these interviews do live on YouTube as well and on Rumble. You know, I do also want them to live on Instagram as well. So I play snippets of your music, but I played out, you know, some music in its entirety during the break that I took here before joining you in. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. I'm looking forward to getting to know you. Yes. All right. So are you in Jamaica? Is that where you are right now?
Yeah. Live from East Side right now, Jamaica, Bull Bay.
Wow. I wish I was there. The weather here is still not nice.
The temperature in Canada is a mess, right?
It is a hot mess. I'm sure a cold mess. It's
cold mess.
Yeah, a cold mess. Make it even worse. At least if it was a hot mess, I could have feel nice.
Yeah, you could have, you know, cool down and do your thing.
Yeah, I could have gone to sun something, you know, as a sun baby. I like the sunshine, but we don't get it much right now this time of year. So for people that don't know about you, that have never heard about you, for our listeners around the world, tell them who you are, your bio in your own words.
So basically, I am the root girl roots. I am roots. I am also streets. I merge the two of them, and that's really just my personality because it's my influence. Those two elements influence the formation of my character. So it is what I am, and it is what I put in the music. So it's root girl roots or righteous bad girl. It's the same thing. It just means that I'm righteous. I'm for a larger cause, but at the same time, I'm influenced by the streets. So I'm not going to be long frock and holy. I'm going to be righteous, but me, and probably a little bit raunchy as well. So that's what you get.
I like it. You come across very real. And there was an essence that you gave off, not only in your music, but in some of your visuals as well, that I felt, you know, with the torch. And those are some symbols right there, and symbology that, you know, meant something to me. And in a time that we're going through right now in the world and what's going on, you know, rebels with a cause. I consider myself a rebel with a cause. And when I saw you and your message, I said, maybe these two rebel empress have to connect. you know, because a
Yeah.
lot of what you're saying and what you're, your message in your music, it resonated with me. So that's when I decided to reach out to your
Let
team.
me ask you the question before you ask me.
Yes.
Why do you feel connected to the whole notion of a rebel with a cause? I'm interested.
Yeah, the reason why I feel so connected with it is because I feel so many people lose their way with the distractions in the world and the programming and, having to maybe go a regular 9 to 5 and get into this monotony of the same thing every day. So they don't question things. They don't question what they're being told. And a lot of people in that sense, they lose their way. So for me, I feel with a platform, anyone that has any type of influence on masses should take it very seriously, at the same time in a humble way, but to at least spread a message of upliftment, of liberty, and to not go with what the norm goes to. Sometimes you have to go against the grain. You don't always have to go with what everybody else is telling you to go with. You have to think outside the box. And a lot of the times, that's the only way to make a statement, to make a movement in a positive direction. There's so much negativity in the world that you have to be the positivity to counteract that. And a lot of times that's a rebellious notion.
It is, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand, I understand that aspect of you now. So that's
Yeah.
cool. I rate that because we need more of those kind of minds. I would call it like a renegade mind, a mind that is of its own intention and will, rather than
Yes.
being hijacked mentally by the forces that be. You know?
Exactly. And we see a lot of people have been hijacked, not only before the last 2 years, but especially in the last 2 years. It's been an emotional, spiritual, and psychological warfare
Yeah.
against humanity, you know?
Mm-hmm. The thing about
Um,
humans is we're very susceptible to being programmed, and a lot of us are victims of mental hijack to the point where we think that we're thinking independently and acting independently, but really it's because of the hijack. We're not aware of the hijack. And through this, we're so confident in the fact that we feel or want to do a certain thing, but really and truly, it's not our own will. It's the result of that mental hijack.
so much programming, and then it influences you in ways that it's on a subconscious level, and you don't even realize what you're doing, up down to the products you buy, to the things that you wear, to the things that you consume. Um, I feel like it's all about taking your power back, in a lot of ways. Bless up everybody coming in. If you have any questions for the Empress tonight, there's a question box on your right-hand side, on the lower right-hand side. I do take questions closer to the end. So if you do have questions, drop it up in the box down below, as well as on Twitter. I'll be checking the DMs over this interview, over this reasoning. So if you do have questions on Twitter, I'm not forgetting you guys as well. I will be checking the DMs, and let me know if you have any questions. We talked a little bit about ancestors and family in the first half. I did lose my aunt last week. She passed on, transitioned from cancer.
Oh, wow.
So I wanted to dedicate this show to her.
Condolences. Mm-hmm.
Just to her and the way she influenced me and supported me throughout my life. And part of the reason why I am who I am today is because of her. So I do want to give a shout out to our ancestors in this moment and our family. Blessed, thank you. And I want you to tell me maybe the importance of your family, to speak of maybe a little bit more of your foundation and your family, your upbringing, and what you feel the importance of ancestors in your life are.
Yeah, so family is always important, Through my family, I understood myself first and foremost. My first understanding of myself was through observation of my family. So it's always important. It's the foundation. It's where we look to as a youth, as a fertile mind. So it's always important. And I realized that for me personally, I learned I learned many things. I think one of the first things is really kind of just to own your character. because everyone in my household had a specific character. And to be honest, now that I'm looking back, we weren't shunned because of it, you know? When I was young and I started to do, for example, track and field, whatever it was, they were always encouraging me, you know, to do what it was that I was good at. So I realize now that the support was there in terms of nourishing the individual character. So that influence is definitely necessary, and it impacted me to, it empowered me to know that I could do what I want. And those things are very important, you know. So definitely I would have said that for me, that's the influence, the importance of support, definitely.
Yeah, the foundation, the support system, and growing up. You know, sometimes it takes a community to raise a child. They say that. That's a saying, and I believe it's true in small communities, but also in a larger scale as well. As a rebel, you know, the foundation and how you view yourself is so important, and how you end up being and the character that drives you in your adulthood. It starts off from your foundation, from your family, from your childhood. So
Absolutely.
I'm glad that you clearly had some female representation, some examples within your household that created, you know, the woman that you've grown to become, the trees and the fruit of the branch, you know, that flourished through you. So bless up our ancestors again.
Bless up, you know, bless up mom, bless up aunt, bless up grandma, great grandma.
Especially in International Women's Month as well. You know, we want to bless up all the ladies, all the empress them that came before and are still here today, guiding the way. So rebel with a cause. We talked about that a little bit already. What does that mean for you? You asked me what it means for me.
Yeah. I didn't
So what does that mean for you in your own words?
All right, so rebel with a cause for me, it goes back to my core essence. My core essence being that I am who I am, but I understand that I am a part of the general collective. The bigger collective I feel of righteousness is to live in such a way that you always contribute to the upliftment. I think that human beings, believe it or not, we are here to advance the consciousness of the entire collective conscious expression of humanity and everything that is in existence. So I feel, to come back to me now, I feel like I am a part of this collective consciousness, and whether I consider myself to be righteous in the normal traditional aspect of being righteous, or righteous within my own perspective, I am also a part of this movement of upliftment of humanity, right? And so that's where Rebel with a Cause come in. I understand myself to be a part of this collective consciousness that is forward thinking in the advancement of humanity in whichever way that I can bring forth. So I'm a musician. That is my tool in completing this job, but everybody else have their own tool and their own kind of way of going through or going about this thing. So that's how I think of myself, as Rebel with a Cause.
Yes, I love that. You're a literal instrument of the Most High.
Yeah. Think of it like that.
Literally.
Thank you. Give thanks.
Yes, I love your vibe. I love the way you DJ and how you execute the lyrics. I find that it's a very talent that you have. That's, I don't know. A lot of people that they said, I asked some people, I said, have you heard of Yeza before? I wanted to know like some feedback of people that were popping in the chat. And they were like, yeah, man, we know her. And because when I found you, I was happily surprised last year. I was like, whoa, I have to get to know this empress a little bit more, Big up all the people, they're like, yes, man, we love it. I got a lot of positive feedback. The fact that we were reasoning, tonight. So blessed for that. Thank you guys. I love the feedback from people because I'm a big supporter of reggae music, reggae artists, and the global reggae fam. I love to hear what they have to say and the feedback from things that I play and I support. So
and feedback is always good from the people, and I listen to it and take the good, take what's necessary. And you internalize and you leave out what you have to leave out, and you know,
Mm-hmm.
because they're important. The people are important.
Yes, yes.
100. So I give thanks for that.
Tell me about Glory, the song of the hour. I did play some of it already for the listeners across the world on rootsrehab.com. Tell me about the producer. Tell
Yeah.
me, about the concept for the song. How did it come about?
Okay, so Glory, first of all, big up Kristan. Yo Kristan is the producer. That's his name on Instagram if you guys want to follow him. Uh yeah, so the song came about as a result of just like the vibes that I was feeling now. And I just kept reflecting on what Nina Simone said about artists and how important it is for us to reflect the times. And I thought also about like even Bob Marley and when he was living in a time of apartheid and all of those things. And he used his voice as a tool to kind of speak to those matters, because we need a voice at all times. It doesn't matter what the issue is. We need a voice to speak about it in a way where people can cope, you know. And so I felt like I needed to voice that coping mechanism through music, as it relates to the times that we're living in now. And that's what birthed Glory. So Glory is really a chant. The other day, it was written about in the Gleaner as mental health music. I give thanks for that because I never thought about it in that way. But really and truly, when I think about it, that's what it is. It's really kind of just medicine for the times that we're living in now, the pandemic, the stress, and all of the things that come with it. Is, we're still guaning, we're guaning, in a way to kind of make say you're still happening, you're still going through, you're still fabulous. You get up, you put on your clothes, you still look good, and you still can achieve everything that you want to. So that's Glory for me.
I love that. I love that. I did get that vibe. A lot of people, as me included, had a mental reality check a little bit with the last 2 years, and with the lockup and all these things. So it came to really, you're either going to better understand yourself and the world around you, or you're not going to and survive it. It's a struggle.
Yeah.
A lot of people struggle with mental health, and I do believe the Gleaner was bang on when they said that it is a mental health song, and a song of rising up through whatever you're going through. And I do like the quote from you that said, "Our greatest glory is not in never failing, but in rising up every time we fail."
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel that to
beautiful.
my core because if I did give up every time and I feel, I would have never be sitting here talking to you now, So that's really what it's about. Don't be crippled by fear. Don't be crippled by fear because it stops you in your tracks and you may never know what is there, inside of you that is actually destined to be your manifestation, but you never tap in. And I think that's one of the saddest things for me personally, to think about it, to think about the untapped, glorious, unique manifestations that you have within that you just never take the time to figure out. I think that would be like the worst thing for me to experience. Yes,
I feel you on that. I 100% feel you on that. For every time you fall, if you don't get up again, you won't be able to reach your destination.
no.
For the 9 times you fall, make sure you get up that 10th time. I feel you on that a
Yes.
lot. I've had, many people go through struggles. I've had my own struggles in life. And if I didn't get up that last time, I wouldn't have achieved certain things that are miraculous by any
Yes.
means.
It might be the 11th time when you fall. It might even be the 12th or 13th or 15th or more than that. That you actually feel like you've been recognized, or you actually feel like you hit the gold mine. But you'll never know if you stop at the first.
Bless up for that message. Thank you, Yeza.
Yeah. Give thanks.
That one is something everybody can take and relate to, and
Truly.
think about when they do feel like giving up. You guys never, ever, ever give down. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Never. Um, yeah, so big up the producer. He did a really good job. I really like it. I already went and followed him. And it seems like he's worked with some other artists as well. And the tracks I checked out, his work is very good. Big up to him. Shout out to him again.
Yeah, yeah. He's been doing
Um,
his thing. He's done work recently with Bounty Killer and some other top names, you know. So
mm,
Imagwan in, you know?
it's
Imagwan
still
in.
going in. And it's so
Imagwan in.
important, too, to have that producer-artist relationship. That's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
important.
Very important.
Yeah, if the relationship is not good and the vibes ain't right, sometimes it doesn't come together the way you want it to. But I definitely love the vibe between the two of you, and hope you do some
You
more
want to hear
work with
more
him.
from us? I'll make him know that.
Man, make sure make sure he
Okay,
does a
bad,
rhythm just
bad,
for you
bad.
because yeah, man, it goes together. You guys go together like glue.
Thank you. Thank you.
You consider glory a form of chanting, a mantra of whatnot. Like Gleaner said
Mm-hmm.
that as well. What are some of the other things that you regularly say to yourself? Maybe when you're looking in the mirror or whatever, your daily sort of encouragement, maybe that you say to
Mm-hmm.
yourself that you can share that might work for others as well.
It's so funny you mention that because I do say stuff to myself. Like I'll call myself a beast sometimes. Like
Yeah.
people might not see the relevance, or people might be like, "Oh, that kind of sounds too much." But I often call myself a beast. I'll be like, "Yo, my girl, you're a beast." Especially like when I'm working out and I like lifting heavy. I'm like, "Yo, I'm a beast right now." You know.
I love that. I love that. You're an empress, but and a lioness, so there is some type of lioness in there that you have to beast it out sometimes. I love
Yeah.
that.
And what I picture is like this big dragon of sorts, like a big water dragon. I don't know why, but that's what I picture when I think of it. It's like this untamed. That's how I feel sometimes on the inside, to be honest.
You gotta unleash the beast, especially when you're in the
Yes,
gym. And when you're
yes,
behind the
yes.
mic, you unleash that beast too.
Yes, so like when I'm
That
writing,
come
that's
out.
another time when I said that. Like sometimes when I'm writing and I find some bars that connect or something like that, then I'll say, "Girl, you're a beast." Using me, things like that.
I
I
love
think
that. I
everybody
love
should
that.
do that. It's like your own cheerleader. It gives you a kick for real.
It's so important to have those daily affirmations, those daily mantras
Mm-hmm.
that speak to yourself and encourage yourself. In a world where, sometimes you are your own worst critic, sometimes it's not even what other people say to yourself. Sometimes not what other people say to you. Sometimes it's what you say to yourself because how they
Exactly.
perceive you doesn't really matter. It's how you view yourself and how you uplift yourself. And that is most
Mm-hmm.
important than any other thing that, can be said. The exterior. It's how you feel within you, right? So yes, Guan Beast.
Yes.
Tell me about your musical mission. Tell me what, as an artist, where you see yourself as a musical, like for I guess musical mission in a way where not only where you see yourself going, but also how you feel your mission is in your music, how you want to be portrayed in the world.
How I want to be portrayed in music.
Yeah, your mission.
Okay. All right. So my mission really is to bridge the gap, the generational gap. I feel like I don't want to be singing conscious music, and then when you look at that, it's only people were 50 odd and 30 odd, and then somebody can listen to it and relate to it. I don't want that. I feel like that leaves us in a loop of just not spreading the message where it needs to be and where it's going to be most riveting. I feel like I want to tap into the younger generation, um, use catchy phrases, use elements of the conscious, righteous music we can actually reach them ears. That's what I want to do because I feel like the impact on the younger generation is going to be the most vital towards just the upliftment of humanity. As I said, that's my core mission, and I want to do that through music. So I would definitely say that that is my mission as well, to bridge the gap and to impact the youths and as such impact generations and people through music all around the world, you know.
I love that. I love that's your mission and that you want to make that connection, because a lot of times people think roots and culture and they think that it's outdated, or you know, unless they're really conscious people that understand that conscious music is can never die, really. But I love that you want to bridge that gap from that perception that it might be outdated, or that the legends kind of carry that weight for us, and that the new people coming up are the conscious, not only reggae but dancehall, even conscious at times. You can bridge that gap,
we need
and you
that.
do it very well.
Give thanks. You know, I'm not where I want to do more of that. I want to definitely tap into that some more. But yeah, I just think it's really relevant. I think a lot of the roots music that we're hearing now, they're really great, and they speak to me because I already know what they're talking about. But a lot of the youths, they don't know the topics being discussed in roots music, and I think that's the reason why they don't listen to it. You know, so I feel like we kind of have to articulate righteousness and consciousness on a level where it can be, you know, deciphered, and it can be absorbed by younger minds, more fertile minds.
Yes, we have to plant the seeds for them and watch it grow in their minds, because you do a great job of that, and you are very relatable to the younger generation. Still, I mean, you can't really, it's hard with the melanin. It's not always easy to spot out the age because the melanin makes us stay young forever. So, I mean, you can relate no matter what to different age groups. Yes, you can all pass it. You don't know, early 20s, you know. It's just like, and music is ageless a lot of times too, right? So it makes total sense. I love that. I love that. Connecting with the youth. That's a big mission. Big mission. And you have the high heels to take it on still.
High heels. Oh.
When I say these two words, tell me the first thing that comes to mind. Kingdom and glory.
Kingdom and glory. Take your seat at your, you know, table, or take your seat in your palace, in your kingdom, and own that shit. You see me? Own that shit. Whatever it is that you're good at, whatever you're good at, music, whatever it is, understand yourself and leave your mark. That's what comes to mind.
I love that. I love that. I'm going to play a snippet of your song, Kingdom. It came before Glory. Some of you guys probably have already heard it. I'm not going to play it out here. Like I said before, I can't play the full song out. I'm going to play a little snippet for you guys because I do love the song. And it was a hard time to choose out of the tracks I wanted to play. But of course, we're here for Glory. And Kingdom and Glory seems like they go hand in hand. The Empress just said. You know?
Some people even relate the titles.
Definitely.
Like Kingdom, Glory. They kind of sound like
100%. So we're going to play a little bit of that here for you guys now. Keep it locked on the Roots Reggae Hub. We're also live to air on Instagram. You can join us there at Instagram Live. If you're tuned in around the world, bless up yourselves. This is Shayna McCullough on the Roots Reggae Hub. All right.
We're going. Pandemic can't stop the downwind. Yeah, man, it's Yeza, another place, the righteous bad girl from the east side Jamaica, representing for Roots Reggae. Give a little space, nah. Make a bust the place, yeah. Accelerate. No more flashbacks, I like a shot of speed, better never see. No sleep till the daytime, cause I don't keep dog in the late night. I can reach far like hairline, that's why me keep sharp like canine. Never stay low, to stay fly. We don't walk with fear, no stage fright. And when I'm pre-loose, stop from the grapevine. And I'm preschool done with the playtime. No sleep, all keys to the kingdom. Someone like a toddler. can't breathe from a distance. Hardcore like flu symptoms. Something like it's on like 6 months. Raise up falls till I get done. So I'm break, can't breathe. Them up panic on the frolic. Through my trap it's enigmatic and a regular make up it. Back on the shock attack. It for me and rise automatic. Top of my supersonic. Now go catch me in the traffic. I'm a chopper automatic. Never drop this gun, never desperate. Better know what's happening in the inventory. Oh yeah, we don't know that story. Focus on the boat for make the history. No sleep on keys to the kingdom. Something like it's all like 6 months. Every day I rise, I forgive them. So I pray for my distance.
Yes, bless up, Roots Reggae Hub Massive. We're gonna keep it locked after the show for more music by Yeza. That's how you say it, right? Yeza. Right. Wow. Tune is fire, guys. That tune is fire.
Thank you.
Tell me about that song, how that song came to be.
So that song Kingdom, it comes from just like the similar, I think it's a similar train of thought from Glory. It's kind of the same thing in terms of just the music what we need for here right now. And, you know, being motivated, being driven, staying focused more so. Kind of just get your goal, whatever that is. If it's peace of mind, if it's increased health, if it's whatever it is, you know, like just encouragement. And I think I've been on that streak because I feel the pressure of all of these things happening now. And then we're looking at a world war now, all of these other things. I can just imagine what other people are going through. So if I need to do 5 or 6 songs with the same topic, I'm going to do that because I feel like they're going to help someone, if it's even 2 or 3 persons.
100%. I feel you there. It's your message and your music is exactly what we need right now. The timing, like I said, is perfect. It's impeccable. And it speaks to everything that's going on and what people are struggling with around the world. So bless up. Thank you for that. Thank you for your contribution to reggae music. I must say. Empress, bring up yourself. I want to ask you about your creative inspirations through a global crisis. You were able to put out this track, Glory. You put out Kingdom. You know, tell me how you're able to stay inspired through this pandemic.
The reason is because I kind of just use the time as a muse, you know. I use what's going on around me as inspiration. So that's how I'm able to stay inspired. So whatever is happening, that's kind of what inspires me to do or to write the music. So case in point, looking at Glory. Glory is coming from me being inspired by all of the things happening and understanding that we're still glorious irrespective of whatever, and we're still glorious despite it all. So once again, pulling inspiration from just the overall situations and circumstances of the world and our country and putting that in the music, really. So yeah, drawing from the current energy.
Yes, pick up yourself for that. You know, it's a hard thing to go through, society changing, these ups and downs, losing family members, friends, and stuff like that, and to still be able to focus on your mission, your musical mission, and inspire people through that. That is a feat that you were successful at, and kudos to you on that. Isolation, lockdowns, all that stuff. I mean, it's not easy. But thank you for you to remain inspired to give us the gift of music as an instrument.
I'm happy to do that. You know, that's what I'm here for.
Tell me your favorite musical or life inspiration. So it can be a person, place, or thing. So if you want to choose a musical, like a musician, or if you want to choose a place that might inspire you, you can tell me one of the favorite person, place, or thing that inspires you.
Okay, so let's start with the person. I think inspiration comes from, I can't choose one person, to be honest. That's kind of unfair. I'm inspired by so many different genres. So like when I think about R&B, I think of art or soul music. I think about Anita Baker. When I think about like the rude girl dancehall vibes, I think of Sister Nancy. when I think of revolutionary artists, I think of Bob Marley, you know, Peter Tosh. When I think of maybe like R&B music, I think of Destiny's Child, Beyonce. So across genres, I have favorite peoples. It's hard for me to choose one.
Those are some big names. I love your inspirations, your musical inspirations. Love, love, love.
And not to mention Lauryn Hill too, because
whoa, I love my girl Lauryn Hill. She's been trending all week on Twitter. I don't know why. She's just a trend.
What's she a trend for?
I have no
clue. She great still now, so she can trend anytime, anywhere.
She must have been doing something, but she always pop up on as a trend. I said, what? Lauryn a trend? All right, my girl. I love her. I don't know why. I was like, why is Lauryn Hill trending? What's she up to? But it was people just posting her pictures like a mood or something. It was off the chain on Black Twitter the other night. Like this week, so big up Lauryn Hill. Love her.
Yeah, big up to
love
her.
all of your inspirations. If you can collaborate with an artist, you've done some collaborations already. I saw you had one with Turbulence. I love him. Rory. You have some dub stuff. I love your dub. Tell me any future collaboration that you might want to do.
So future collabs, let me see. All right. So I'd love to do a track with Chronix. I'd love to do a track with Kabaka or Janine. One of them threes.
Okay, the reggae revival.
Also internationally, let me see. A collab with what's her name? Yemi. I think I'd do a track with Yemi from. Yeah.
I can actually picture you on the track with all of those artists though. I think it would be a perfect mix. Yeah, I would love to see you at Chronix.
Yeah.
Sure. That would be nice.
Oh yeah, I think that would be cool.
Yes. So tell me, share something that you didn't know about the music industry when you started that you've come to understand.
Something I didn't know about the music industry. All right, the music industry. Can I say I didn't know anything? I can probably say I knew, but I just never experienced it, so I never know the full extent. But I really kind of didn't know most things. It's just kind of know when you actually in the shoes and you're actually doing the work. It just hits a little different, you know, like when you read about it in a textbook versus when you actually go out in the field and do some field work. It's kind of like that. It's not that I didn't know, but it slaps different when you're actually experiencing it. So I would say I knew most things, but experiencing it is another thing.
It's one thing to think you know, but then it's another thing to sort of walk in that path or walk in those shoes, in those high heels.
It's definitely more of that than not knowing.
You're living it, and you know, experiencing it in more ways than one. So yes, I'm interested to see what's coming next for you, Yeza. I love your vibe. I love your music. I'm gonna be watching you hard to see what go on in the future and what we can look forward to. I'm gonna definitely keep the connect with your team, and you know, and just support the thing still. You know, support the thing no matter what. That's what I got to do because I feel your vibe and your energy.
For your support because it seems so genuine. I always respect that. Whenever the support feels genuine, I respect that. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. So tell me one thing else, maybe something about you that no one would ever guess, no one ever would predict, something that nobody really knows about you.
No one would predict it. I'm not sure if people would have noticed, but I went to college.
I would predict that though. I mean, that's not something necessarily. Like you're wearing your look all studious with your glasses.
Oh, this is actually just like a shades thing.
But you look like you're reading book every day. You know?
Oh yeah? Why is that?
You look like you might be reading a book with them shades on, you know? You look studious.
Oh. Okay, all right. So let me see. I used to do track and field when I was younger.
Did you do like the 100-meter, 200-meter relay?
100-meter, 200-meter, and I used to do the relays. I used to anchor the relay race.
Whoa, that's big.
Yeah, I was really
You know, we
fast.
got the fastest people coming out of Jamaica.
Huh?
We got the fastest people coming out of Jamaica, so.
Yeah, I feel like if I continued, I would have been rivaling Shelly and Fraser right now.
Whoa!
Yeah, because I was the fastest in my school.
Wow.
And I just used to dodge the trainer after school because I just never wanted to train. I wanted to go home and talk with my friends, so I feel like that was taken away from my child time. So I was like, not gonna work. But my mother used to cuss and say, "Why you not go take up the running?"
Oh my gosh, you were meant for music, I think. I think you were running home because you're a better communicator. You're meant to communicate through your words and through your music.
I can't fully explain it, but I was just not having it. I was just not having the training after school thing. I was not having it. Coach did vex though because he did see a lot of potential in me, but
yeah.
Yeah. So that's okay.
I love that. I love that story. Like sometimes your coaches, your teachers, and sometimes even your parents see you doing something, but then, you know, the Most High had other plans for you.
Maybe.
Yeah. You're meant to be an instrument. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, bless him to that. Bless him to that. So I do want to play Glory. It's a song of the hour. We played Kingdom a little while ago, and remember, guys who are tuned in on the radio, I'll be playing all Yeza's music after the show. I created a playlist specifically chosen by me, Shayna McCullough, for you guys. It's Reggae Hub Massive. So I want you guys to know if it's the Kingdom and the Glory, you know where you are, pretty much in heaven. Right here on the Roots Reggae Hub. Big up you guys.
Rebel up that everybody.
All right, you're tuned into the Roots Reggae Hub with Yeza. Do you want to introduce the song?
Yeah, sure.
Yes. You ready? All right.
Hey, everyone tuned in right now. So this is my latest single. It's called Glory. If you don't listen to it yet, stream it. It's out everywhere. Spotify, iTunes, you name it. You see me? Stream the lyric video on YouTube. Drop it.
All right.
Man, it's Yeza another place, the righteous bad girl from the east side Jamaica representing.
Them like I'm a company, some me a Beyonce. Look me wanna company, some me never lonely. Allow me, I see me touch the road like blind and abide me. Every dollar off me polite and me righteous. Even with them say not to surprise me, me sighted. Still I rise up in a this crisis, much niceness. Hey, we're going. Pandemic can't stop the jam when on. Pull myself for wonder, not darling. Get the gun, then I'll stop the draw. Say, well, look at me up and make me pray. Look at me up and make me pray. Then I try upon another day. Launch your rocket, we elevate. Wall with yourself like January 1st, fireworks. System roll with sanity and every diamond on my purse. Summertime I winter, run the bookings when I watch your works. Clean the dirty places in them off like me, a janitor.
This track is bad, guys. This track is bad. This is my girl, Yeza. I can call you my girl now.
Hey, thank you.
I can call you my girl officially.
Yes.
My sister still, my sister, you know?
For real, for real. I have to link up whenever I come to Canada.
Definitely, man. Things are starting to, it looks like we're back on track here. We got some concerts coming up. I see some reggae artists are coming through in the next couple months. Finally, we've been starved. We've
I've
been
never been to
deprived.
Canada, you know?
We've been treated like, I don't know what we've been treated like here, but trust me, it's not anything proper, you know? So I'm happy that finally things are moving forward in a way where we can have reggae festivals and concerts back here, forwarding here in Canada, because I would love to see you in person. I'm missing my cruise that I put on in the summertime, my Rub It Up cruise. Roots Reggae Hub does a Rub It Up cruise, and we've been missing all of.
Oh yeah,
Look, a cruise on the Lake Ontario. We don't have ocean here, but we have a lake, a big lake, one of the Great Lakes, and you know, it's nice.
I need to come to that. That sounds like a real vibe.
Yes, I would love to have you on the Rub It Up cruise. So I will have to send you a special invitation for that. And we like to have a live band, live music, DJ. You know, normally you don't see a live band on a cruise, but I don't know. I love live music. So I like live to music. Have.
Like, I'm really itching to do a live performance once again. Like, really itching.
I actually saw someone in the comment section. I don't want to forget the questions. Someone is asking if you are going to be on tour, if you're going to be doing any shows coming up. Outlaw to the world, he asked. Any tours or shows coming up?
Yeah, so we have some potential stuff in the bag. Dates not yet confirmed, but I'll definitely be keeping you all posted about the specific details. So just keep it locked to my Instagram and you'll definitely know.
Yes, you follow her, like I said before, Yeza_music on Twitter and on Instagram as well. Are you on Facebook as well? Or?
Yeah, so it's the same thing across all the platforms. Yeza_music. YEZA_music.
Yes. So you guys go check her out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and also YouTube. Definitely support their YouTube. Make sure you guys support artists' YouTube pages.
Subscribe to my YouTube channel.
That's right. And subscribe to Roots Reggae Hub YouTube channel as well, because we're also building it. And support the thing, you guys, okay? Make sure. And send all your questions, comments, and concerns, and all your positive messages, all your feedback. I love all your feedback. You guys can DM me. I have a question from Twitter. I can't forget the Twitter people.
Sure.
I have a question from Twitter. It's a lady called Empress C. And Empress C would like to know, where in Jamaica are you? And will you be traveling to the States? I guess that's the same kind of question. That's the same kind of question we just answered.
I'm in both Bay.
That's going to the States?
That's the eastern parts of Jamaica, the St. Andrew Parish.
Yeah.
And so hopefully I'll be coming to the US soon. Let's see how the dates go.
Yes. You guys keep it locked at Yeza_music to find out any dates coming up. I see you wanted to come where you are in the States. We want her here in Canada. So I hope she comes here first, but you know, I don't want to be selfish or anything, but yes, you guys follow her and she will definitely let you guys know when she'll be forwarding to your city, wherever you guys are, okay? And any other questions, you guys can drop it in the question box down below on your right-hand side.
Any other questions?
Now is the time. Yes, I am in Canada. Someone's asking, am I in Canada? Yes, I'm in Toronto, Canada. So we're in the 6 right here. That's my city, Toronto, Canada. Any other questions for Yeza? Please drop them in the comment box down below while you still can. Oh, I have another question here on Twitter. Just came in. Will you be releasing an album or an EP?
Yeah, we're releasing our project. Again, the dates for that, we're still working on the date. But
he's gonna tell me first, guys. Don't worry. I'll let you know.
The project is live.
Okay. Right. So you're working on it right now? Actually,
my part is done.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
So
in the studio right now, kind of being buttered up and all of that. So let's wait to see.
nice. I'm excited for that. Is it going to be an EP or an album, or you're not sure yet?
An album.
An album. You guys heard that? It's going to be an album coming out from Yeza. You guys have a lot to look forward to. So make sure you keep it locked and stalk her on her social media so you guys know when that's going to be dropping. Friendly stalking, all right? Not the weird stalking.
Not the weird stalking.
No, not the weird one. We already have
got to clarify.
We don't want those, you know? Big up Alberta. Big up you guys, yeah. How can someone book you for an event?
So everything, just contact me on my email address, and that's yezamusic@gmail.com.
Yeah, okay,
right?
guys.
So, yeah, yezamusic@gmail.com is where I accept our, all queries, and we take it from there.
So if you guys want to book her, if you guys want to, any business inquiries, and you have a professional thing I'll go on, contact her at her Gmail. All right, guys? And do you want to shout out anyone?
It's in my bio as well. So
it's in your bio, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to shout out anyone before I let you go? Any family, friends, people you work with? This is your opportunity to shout them out.
So, shout out my team. There's the people that I can rely on. So everybody, Travis, Antoinette, Xavier, small team, but we're there. And shout out to all of the people who've been supporting, my journey since I started. So yeah, pretty much.
Awesome. Thank you, Yeza, once again. It's spelled YEZA_MUSIC. For anyone tuned in on the Roots Reggae Hub, I will be playing out Yeza music after the show, so keep it locked here on the rootsreggaehub.com for more Yeza music played out in full, no restrictions. I run this station, so you guys keep it locked here on the Roots Reggae Hub. If you're on Instagram, you want to tune in, you guys pop off of here and go on to rootsreggaehub.com. You can listen on the TuneIn app as well and a bunch of other radio apps. You know how it goes. All right, Yeza, thank you so much for tonight.
Thanks for having me again.
Yes, it was good to get to know you. It was so fun. Thank you. You have a great night, and I'll be in touch.
You too. Yeah, man. Be in touch. Everybody. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye. Blessed love, guys. Thanks for tuning in. See you next Monday.